Hi guys, in the previous lecture, within the layer panel, we did the analyze and we created keyframes for the feature center and the attach point. Now it's time to start attaching. Here we are going to use the edit target. But before, let me show you something important. You can see all the keyframes here and you can see the motion path in the layer panel. But if you go back to the composition panel, you cannot see the motion path anymore. This is because the attach point is not positioned, and hence you don't see the motion path. Something else. You notice that when you go to the composition panel, in the tracker panel, you don't see the source layer anymore. It has changed. Let's say you deselect and come back to the layer panel. My advice to you is not to go back and select the source and have all the information. I would prefer that, let's go back to the original, that when you come back to the layer panel, you select the tracker point just like this, and all the info here will appear. Sometimes when you try to reselect the source, it might change the track type to row, and you don't want this to happen, you don't want to have this mistake. So now let's start attaching. We are going to start attaching a simple circle. So I would select all, go to the shape layer, take ellipse and draw a simple ellipse here. We make it in form of a circle. Let's give it a stroke of black, something we can see nicely. Let's make it 5. Okay, I'm just designing it. Let's select the shape layer here, press enter and rename it circle. Now, to attach the circle to the attach point, of course, you want to use the parenting or the expressions. Don't do that, please. Let's go to the layer panel. And in the layer panel, like we said, we select the tracker. This is the tracker. And you go to edit target. If you click on edit target, you notice here you have applied motion to. So you're applying this motion to the layer circle. What motion are you applying? You are applying the motion of the attach point. You click OK. It's not done yet. So after selecting your target, you click on apply. You have now the panel motion tracker apply options. Apply dimensions X and Y. If you turn it down, you can apply X only or Y only. Okay, let's apply X and Y. That makes sense. And we click OK. Notice how it jumped back to the composition panel because in the layer panel, the shape layer doesn't exist here. I want to show it to you. And here you are. It has somehow attached the shape layer to the attach point. But actually what happened here? If you select your shape layer and press U for the keyframes, you notice that position has all the keyframes of the attach point. So actually this is not linking or any kind of expression. It simply had copied all the keyframes of the attach point to the position of the circle. If you click on the position now, you can see the motion path over here. If you play, of course, it's going to play the position of the circle. But now let's look at other options. I will come to position here, just remove all the keyframes and put the circle somewhere else. Let's go down to attach point. We go to the layer panel and I will zoom in a bit to see the attach point. Here it is. And I'm going to scrub it up or down. Notice where I'm going to put it, just over here. Do you see it? I put it over here. So actually I offset the attach point by 70 pixels. If I edit the target, I will select circle. And of course, you have to apply. And you say X and Y. I say OK. It jumped back to the composition panel. And look where is the circle. If you come to the circle, you can see the position here. But it has offset it by 70 pixels. If you play now, it's offset of 70 pixels on the X and Y together. This is pretty cool and very useful. And you benefit from the attach point instead of coming and fiddling with the anchor point of the circle itself. The only problem here, if you change now the attach point, nothing is going to happen. You know, they just copied the keyframes. And now, if you come to the circle itself, for example, come to the content, since position is taken, what I will do, I will come to the transform circle over here. I will keyframe the position, take it down a bit, okay, and then go after half a second, take it up, Then at 1 second, for example, just take the first keyframe, Control V and Control C, Alt or Option and click on the stopwatch, and I will write loop out. I click out. Now let's see the animation, what happened. Notice it's very cool. You have the circle going up and down, hitting the guy's head. Oops, we have a problem. The circle, of course, is above the layer itself. So how are you going to fix this problem? Well, I want to show you how to fix this problem because it's very nice. I will turn down everything, take a new copy of the video itself and drop it on top, just on top of everything. So it's totally in front. And now, maybe you guessed it, you take the pen behind tool, and if you zoom in, you can now create a mask. So I'll create a single mask here, not very meticulous, but something good. Okay. If I come down here, let's put one over here and one over here. Okay, we're doing just a very simple mask. And I will close it. So now the first layer, the top layer, doesn't have anything. Let's change the composition setting. We make it black. So now you notice you have just the pole from the video. Put them all on. Play your animation. Let's put it at 100%. And notice now the circle is going to be behind the pole. Now the pole does not belong to the same video. Now these are tricks that you will learn, but it's very important that you get a notion how to do these things. Let's go to the end here. That's what's happening here. The circle, when the guy is coming, you need to fix that. Okay, so what shall we do? Let's open the keyframes of the circle. I press U. We zoom in first. After this point, okay, we came over here, it comes here. Okay, after here, you just wanted to exit the screen. So I'm going to delete all the keyframes. So it's over here. I will zoom in to see it very clearly. And from here, after 2 or 3 frames, just hold the circle. Notice how the circle is going down. So we stop here maybe. We take it out. Of course, it's going up and down, so it's going to look a bit funny. Okay, let's go to fit with 100%. And here you are. If you play, you notice the animation is pretty cool now. Okay guys, you have done your first attachment. I hope this was fun. It's actually pretty easy. And all you have to do is to use the edit target and then apply. I will see you in the next lecture with more attachments such as pre-compositions.